everyone. Today on Hello Susan, we're going to I want to do a share. I made a little needle book. It turned out so cute. I just love it. And so I wanted to share it with you. Okay, you know what? I need to, never mind, I can do it. I wanted to scoot my chair in just a little bit. I'm really zoomed in because it's very little. Let's go ahead and measure it. It measures 4 by 3, and it's pretty gator mouth. And let's see what that is. That is 2 1/4. But I did it all in pink. I just think it turned, this is some of that trim that's got the roses that are sewn on it to make, it's ribbon and it's sewn round and round so it looks like roses. This trim right here, this trim right here, this little trim right here, all was one piece, but I cut it all apart so that I would have all these different pieces so that I could embellish it. And then this is a different trim right there. And this is seam binding that I closed it with. Let's go ahead and go inside. Okay. So I did use some paper in here because when I tried making it once before, I just used fabric and it was just too floppy for me. So I did add some paper elements. So this is a pocket right here, and it's got a sequin trim. And then inside is just a little journal card so you can put notes or whatever you want to do. And here's the inside of the dangle right there. And then here's a lace, and then it's got a pink trim right here. This is flannel, and then I put a lace trim right on the edge there. That's an embroidered flower. And then this is some more of the trim that came from this down here. I did cut that piece all up. I should have got it out for you so I could show you what it looked like, but I didn't, I'm sorry. Okay, so here's a pocket. And then inside is a card for you to wrap your threads around or lace or whatever. And this is a paper piece right here. And then it's got lace here and lace there. It's got lots of pages. I'm trying to see if that's 1 page or 2 page. Well, that's just 1 page. So on this side, I still think it might be 2 pages. Let me see. No, that's 1 page. Okay, so I put lace on top of the paper here, and then put some trim and a little embroidered flower. Here's a embroidered piece right here. That was, you know, the applique, and I cut it all into pieces. Put a little bow and put some trim. I love this painting of that girl. Then here's a little pocket that's of trim, and it's like an organza. And this came from my vintage sewing journal kit. I have a few of those in here. They're double-sided. I did reduce the size so it fit down in this book, but that's for you to wrap your trims and things around too. And this is a piece of the flannel, and I put a organza with sequins on top of it with some trim. And this is just a little piece of embroidered trim on top of that. But this is, you know what this was? It was a baby flannel. What are those called? Bunting blankets. When you first bring your babies home from the hospital and you keep them all wrapped up like a little burrito, it was one of those. And it was pink. And then here's that's paper again with trim. This is part of my sewing kit, I believe. I can't remember if this is, no, it's not true. I'm sorry. This is something that I designed just for this little book. Okay, so this is another piece of paper with a bow. And on the other side, it's got a little sequin flower and some sari silk all gathered up right there. Here's a place for your needles, and it was a piece of trim. And then I put the needles in there, and then some more trim here and a little velvet flower. And this was that flannel too, but I put lace on top of it. I thought that gave it just such a pretty look. And this is just a little medallion that's embroidered, and I put some buttons in it. And then there's some trim there. Here's a pocket with some sari silk as the trim, and just put a little card. That little bunny, cute. All right, and then here's some trim, and then here's some more lace. I believe this is the bottom of a slip that I thrifted. Then here's a cute picture of some birds and a little measuring tape right there. Applique flower and some trim. And this is that organza ribbon again with the pearls, and I made a pocket and put a little journal card of a beautiful girl. Okay, and this is a thread, a needle threader, and then a little safety pin, and this is just a little piece of ribbon, and then some trim right there on that flannel. And then on this side of the flannel, I put the lace and some safety pins and embroidered trim right there. And then this is a pocket right here. And put a little journal card with a little flower and some glitter trim right there. This is a little tag. Here's a charm that's a basket. See if I can get it going the right way so you can see it. I love that little cottage. And then this is a button card. I do have a digital kit called Vintage Buttons, and I reduced it down to a wallet size, and then I sewed the buttons on it, so it just looks so cute, don't you think? And then here's another pocket with the sequins, and inside here is just a replica of an old needle book, and you open it up and you can write in there, or you can put something in there. But in what it's supposed to have been when you opened it up was needles inside there. And then here's some trim along there. Pretty picture with a bow and a pearl. Some more trim here. And this is one of those little embroidered medallions, and I glued it all on, and then I stuffed a little stuffing in there to make it into a pin cushion. And then I put 2 pins in with the pearls that are pink. Isn't that cute? I just love it. It's just so endearing, I guess, because it's so tiny. And then here's a needle threader inside that pocket. And see, that's that flannel and some trim on it. And I use scalloped edges with the scallop scissors. Some more embroidered trim with the lace. Pocket with another one of those thread holders. There's a little bow and some trim. Did not skimp. Even though it's tiny, I put trim and appliques and everything on almost every single page here. There's some pretty pink trim. There's a butterfly with rhinestones. Got that from Temu. And there's some more of that trim. I mean, it's ribbon, and then it's got the little pearl flowers. And this is another one of those from the Vintage Sewing Kit, the thread holders. You can put lace on it too. It doesn't have to be just thread. Look at that beautiful girl. And then here's a sequin flower, embroidered flower. Here's a beaded leaf, and I put 2 of those pink pearls pins there. And then that's some more of that lace trim. And then this is a yardage chart that I reduced. Put a bow at the top. And that's the end of the needle book. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know in the comments. That's it for me today. See you next time. Bye-bye.